Yo,
Yo, what's up, Eric?
yo, what's up, bro? How you feel?
I feel really good. What about you?
Dude, I'm staying busy. You know the vibes for sure.
You got a nice backdrop back there. Is that some pine trees?
Yeah, man, for sure. We got to keep the Minnesota vibes going, you know? So definitely got to keep it going for sure.
About the outside, inside.
Dude, yes. Well, we live in a basement apartment, man. So it's just like we get like zero light. So we got to try to like make it, get some ambiance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The atmosphere. The atmosphere is crucial.
It is very, very important for sure. Well, welcome to the Zoom Skyroom, my dude.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, yeah, for sure. So I was going to say, it's always weird starting these things out. I feel like all these Zoom ones are like super like strange and everything. Um, but yeah, man, I was gonna say like obviously I feel like people know you from Valentino at first. You know that's how you kind of blew up. But it's so funny. I play so much 2K, and so like games on your phone was like my jam for the longest time.
Yes.
What was that? What was that experience like? I'm curious. Like being hit up and just being like, yo, you're gonna be on a video game.
Bro, I've been playing 2K literally since like I was 10, since I was like 10 years old. So that was like one of those full circle moments. Like I know that 13-year-old me, 10-year-old me would be like, yo, you're cool as fuck for being in this video game. So that's always a great feeling.
Who's your squad usually? I know you're from the Bay Area. Is it the Warriors?
Yeah. In real life basketball, I'm going with the Warriors every time, whether we're good, we're bad, winning, losing. But in 2K, I like to ball up with the Bucks.
Yo, dude, Giannis, he's a cheat code, man, for real. It's tough playing him, man. Real talk. Yo, so obviously, a lot has happened for you this year. You know, going from from being at USC, you know, chilling, like probably playing your songs to like your frat bros and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now it's just like just little things like that. Now it's like platinum, double XL freshman cover. You know, mood obviously blowing up everywhere. TikTok, basically, you're running it at this point. What was that moment like where you're just like, you know what, I could skip school, whatever. Like, what was that time? What was that like?
Bro, I remember the last day of class I ever went to. I had my business midterms, and I just got my advance like that same week. So I'm like already kind of like, yeah, I have money in my bank account. Like, what am I doing here? And I remember finishing the midterm in 20 minutes, getting a B minus on it, and never going back to class again. And I was just like, bro, like I'm supposed to be doing this music thing. Like props to anyone that's going to college and using that as a tool to further their life. But for me, I figured it out already. Like I need to be in the studio, not the classroom.
Dude, for sure. Well, I read somewhere that you wanted to like be in charge of a hedge fund at one point.
Yeah, that was my original blueprint. The most successful person I'd ever met growing up was a hedge fund manager. So I was
Okay.
like, well, I like his house. If I do what he did, I could also live in a house like this. And I don't know. I ended up realizing it wasn't for me. I don't want to be in a place where I have to conform to these standards and I can't wear earrings or can't wear my hair the way I want to. Like I need to be doing something that I can fully express myself in. And there's no other better way to do that than being an artist.
Dude, I feel that. Like, I started out as an English major in college, and I completely switched because I was just like, I'm not trying to like, you know, teach kids how to write an essay. You know, I'd like because I can't like rock tattoos. I got to be like a little bit straightened up and stuff. I'm like, that's not the vibe for sure. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally feel that for sure. No, man. No, I mean, and of course, like right now with everything going on with the pandemic, I'm wondering how you've been kind of adapting because you kind of blew up during kind of a crazy time in our world. You know.
Probably the craziest time in our generation's history to ever blow up, to be honest.
I mean, everything, man. Between the pandemic, obviously, a lot of civil unrest, you know,
Yeah.
still happening to this day. So, like, what's been like for you? How have you been, you know, taking this time to either like reflect on things or like what have you done during quarantine? I saw somewhere you just decided to like buy some exotic fruits one day and just like body them on
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah, just trying to keep yourself occupied.
Um, this period has been really big for me in terms of growth, because it's so easy when you're living at such a fast pace to not have time to stop and look back and process everything that's going on, and this break has just been that for me. I'm able to lock in and work on my music, not really have to deal with a lot of like social obligations and like all the LA scene stuff that you kind of have to go to when it's regular times. And I just been able to focus on the people that make me happy and the things that make me happy the most. Working on my album.
Yeah, no, real talk, man. Absolutely. You got to keep grinding with that. And clearly you were with Mood. I mean, teaming up with Ian, which like, dude, I love Ian. He's so like his stuff is super dope too. How'd you guys like meet up? Do you guys like have like similar producers you work with? You just kind of know each other from the scene?
So we met on Ian's like second or third day out in LA, just at the studio, and we just hit it off, and we were cool ever since. And we were friends for maybe 2 years, and then we made Mood, and I think that's a big part of why it's such a good song and why it came so naturally. Because when you're comfortable around somebody, like people talk about vibes all the time, and before
Right.
I really started making music, I'm like, what are these vibes everybody keeps talking about? Like, what does that even mean? But vibes is really a thing, and it's like if the vibes aren't good, you're not gonna make a good music. And when you're with your friends, it's a good vibe, so you're gonna make good music.
No, straight up. I mean, it's better than like you guys just sending voice memos back and forth. I feel like you have so many of those songs where it's like it's so good on paper, right? And then like suddenly you hear it and it's just kind of like, it's a little whack. I don't know why it's going like this.
I mean, yeah, because you could just tell. You can tell.
Absolutely, man, for sure. And like Ian's on his way up. I mean, obviously, I think you've surpassed the on the way up situation now because the double XL freshman list. I mean, that is iconic, right? It's like, and I can see your face right now. You're still tripping about it for sure. So
I don't know. For me, I'm forever on the come up. Like I don't want to tell myself that I made it until I'm sitting on a yacht drinking a mimosa with my 3 kids running around and my 2 beautiful wives. You know, that's when I'm gonna say I made it.
my guy, I appreciate that. Oh man, but even with still, I respect that kind of philosophy. I think everybody should have that mentality. Still, I think a lot of people would argue you're getting there for sure. Yeah. Well,
We're closer than we were last week for sure.
yo, 1,000,000%, definitely. So the freshman list. I mean, I can imagine just like you sitting in like random class just writing songs and just being like, damn, this is gonna be the goal one day. And I feel like everybody's always anticipating who's gonna be there, and they always talk about like who's gonna body the cipher, who's gonna have the best freestyle. And I think it's funny because I think you surprised a lot of people because they've heard Valentino and they've heard like the more melodic songs, and like in your cipher, like you had some bars, bro. You know,
I had some bars.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just touching on the whole double XL situation, like that meant so much to me on a personal level because, like you said, I was in homeroom with my boys watching the ciphers, being like, "Yo, that's gonna be me one day." And for it to actually be me one day, that there's no better feeling. And people didn't expect me to come with the bars. You're 100% right about that. Because people don't know, before I was even singing in my raps, I was rapping for like a whole 2 years, just no auto-tune, just straight rapping.
Right. No, and that's true. Like, because people don't realize the process of like getting into it, right? Like I remember 2013, Travis Scott was named into the cover, and like nobody expected him to come with the bars, and he came hard.
Yeah.
So like I think that's awesome. I think that's so cool when you kind of like bring it out and like people expect the unexpected a little bit more. So that's super cool. So I guess I'm just wondering at this point. So coming out of quarantine, because we're still in here for at least God knows how long and everything. What's like a goal that you have coming up like next year with working on the album, and then like beyond that, like trying to get back on tour and stuff?
Yeah, so coming out of quarantine, tour is the most pressing thing on my mind. Like that, I think I love tour just as much, if not more, than making the music, which I really love.
Well,
But
yeah.
like tour is so different because there's no feeling like being on stage and having hundreds or thousands of people watching you and singing your words back to you and feeling that strong emotional just power at the same time. There's nothing like it.
Nah, for sure. I can imagine like just the way that you make the one eye contact with that one person who's like word for word going bar for bar with you. And
Yes.
It's like that's next level. It's like totally like over the top. I feel that. I totally feel that. All right, one last thing before we get out of here. I hate to keep going back to the double XL thing, but like you did have it went kind of viral. You talking about F. You hit the fun song from SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I'm curious. What's like your go-to episode? What's the most iconic SpongeBob episode for you?
Wow. That's a great question. Probably the SpongeBob movie, bro, where the Goofy Goober song came from, and then he went to the bottom of the ocean and whipping around the hamburger car. Like that was an iconic moment in history.
Dude, for sure. I'd say that or Rip Pants, like one of the first couple episodes. Bro, seriously. First of all, that song slapped too. The apology
They
song.
got fire music, yeah. I don't
Bro,
know why they got fire music.
he just comes out here like hitting it for sure. Definitely. We need more samples from SpongeBob. More SpongeBob samples 2020.
That's the future of music right there.
Yo, damn right, for sure. Well, 24kGoldn, I appreciate you hanging out, bro. Seriously.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for
Hey,
talking.
no, for sure. You have a good one, bro. Peace.